Good morning, Village School, and welcome to our live newscast. I hope everyone had a good weekend.
Your newscasters are Megan from Miss Yule and Miss Mellon's class.
And also Larry from Miss Yule and Mrs. Mellon's class.
Today is Monday, April 23rd, 2012. It is day 4.
Today's character education thought of the day is, if you sometimes lie, no one will believe you when you tell the truth. Now to our weather center.
Today is expected to be cloudy and rainy. The current temperature is 45 degrees Fahrenheit. The high is expected to be 58 degrees Fahrenheit. The low this evening will be 39 degrees Fahrenheit. Tomorrow is expected to be mostly cloudy with a chance of a shower. The high is expected to be 59 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 38 degrees Fahrenheit. Looking at the radar, we see rain and clouds, so don't expect to see sun today. The good news is we are getting some much needed rain. There will be indoor recess today.
If you look up to the night sky tonight, here's what the moon will look like.
We are starting to see a little more of the moon as it is a few days after a new moon.
Today's lunch will be open-faced hot turkey sandwich on whole wheat bread.
At this time, please stand for the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks for everyone who came out to the Rise of Dawn this weekend.
You made the event a huge success. Congratulations to Miss Buson's class and Miss Kenny's class for winning the Hunger Trivia.
Hopefully everyone will keep playing for free rice. Let's keep working toward 1 million grains.
Here's the update. So far we have 102 members of free rice, and we have raised a total of 674,000 grains of rice.
Today we have a very special guest, Rutgers Professor Scott Glenn.
As you heard on Friday, Professor Glenn played a major role in the historic crossing of the Atlantic Ocean by an unmanned underwater glider.
Now let's turn the show over to Professor Glenn and Ahan.
Good morning, Professor Glenn. Thanks for paying us a visit.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you for inviting me.
Our school was so excited to be included in the Atlantic crossing, and we are just as excited to hear about other projects you have planned. What's coming up next?
Well, next we have a global mission that we're going to begin very soon. And this mission is going to take 4 years. And so now, instead of just going across the Atlantic, we're going to go all around the world. And we're going to have schools from all over the world helping. So I'm hoping that you'll help us talk to other schools, and from everything that you've learned on the first mission, teach us how to do it better with all these other schools everywhere else.
What do you hope to learn from these next missions?
Well, we had a very good crossing of the first with the first mission with the Atlantic crossing, and now we're trying to figure out how does this compare from basin to basin all across all 5 ocean basins. And so we have a good picture of the Atlantic. Now we want to look at the others around the world.
Do you think these more missions will be easier or more challenging than the Atlantic crossing?
They are definitely going to be much more challenging. The Gulf Stream is a big current, and we know how to ride that current, and we know where it is, and so we can follow it across. But now these currents are going to be much harder to follow, and they're a little bit weaker. And so we have to follow those in these very strange worlds.
Yeah. What role will the ocean currents play in the mission?
Oh, those currents are critical for us because they're the currents that we ride to get us across. The gliders fly very slow. They use very little energy, only about 3 Christmas tree lights of energy. So we have to ride those currents, we have to understand them, and we have to use those to get us from one place to another.
Will the gliders have any new sensors?
We hope they do. We know that they'll have the same temperature sensors that we had before, so we can look at the temperature of the water and how much salt is in the water, and we'll know about the ocean currents. But we're trying to look at new sensors that tell us the color of the ocean, so we can see if there's plankton in it. And we also hope to listen, so we can listen to the sounds of the ocean, so we can hear the bigger fish and whales.
Has all the data from the Atlantic crossing been analyzed?
A lot of it has, but there's still more work to do, especially on the biology. A lot of the temperature and currents, that physical type data, that's been analyzed, and we see the transport of heat that the Gulf Stream does towards England. But what we really want to look now is at the biology, and that's still more work to be done. And what we have here is some of the plaques from the first mission. And so as we close out that mission, we have some of these to bring to you, and we'll drop them off for your school. Here, you can hold up one. Yes, we know your picture is already at the Smithsonian. It's still there, and I was just down there last week. And it's still inspiring children all over the world. We just got some emails from some very young children that saw your pictures in the Smithsonian and are inspired to become part of the glider team.
Thanks, Professor Glenn. I look forward to seeing you after the news in Miss Lucas's class.
Okay.
Now back to our broadcasters.
Thanks, Professor Nahan. Good luck with your next mission.
We look forward to following these future missions. For the VES News Network, this is Megan signing off.
And Larry signing off.
Tune in tomorrow for another edition of the VES News.
Have a magnificent Monday.